Hello and welcome to This Week in James City County. I'm your host, Renee Dahlman. Today we are meeting with Kavin Carr. Kavin is the Security and Custodial Superintendent for James City County. Welcome, Kavin.
Thank you. A pleasure to be here.
Glad to have you. Now, we're going to be talking with Kavin and others that work in the General Services Department over the next several episodes to find out about the hard work that goes on behind the scenes that people are not always aware of. And Kavin, I thought that you would be a great person to come on in and talk with us because goodness knows, security and custodial, I don't know if you get a whole lot more important than that. So
No, ma'am, it doesn't.
we really appreciate you. So what is it that your division is responsible for?
As you mentioned, my title is Security and Custodial Superintendent. I oversee two parts of General Services. One is the custodial part, which consists of 10 employees, 2 supervisors, and 8 frontline workers, both part-time and full-time. And we maintain the county buildings from the government center all the way up to the 911 center, as well as the rec center. And the security part of my position, I'm in charge of the safety and security of James City County buildings, as well as the fire suppressions, the fire extinguishers, to cameras, to card access. So whatever you name, it has to do with security, I'm involved in.
That's pretty amazing. That's a nice, you're dealing with security and custodial. And you, again, you are just, I don't mean to be too cheesy, but the heartbeat behind this county operation. So once again, thank you. I think I'm going to say thank you many, many times as we're going through this. So tell me, what is a typical day like for you, Kavin?
A typical day for me, it varies from the custodial part, where we have a contract company that comes in and clean most of our buildings. So we supply them with supplies, or we may have to go over and take care of something that they didn't take care of, and or supply the parks and recs with their supplies. On the security part, on the security side, on a typical day, it ranges from fire panel being in trouble to changing out a fire extinguisher, or getting with IT to for card access. So my typical day for me is probably anywhere from being in the rec center to being at the government center, or whatever the case may be. So that's a typical day for me.
Okay, now, Kavin, I'm sorry, I didn't fully understand the first thing that you said, the 5-panel or fire panel?
5-panel.
Okay, what is that?
The 5-panel is the heartbeat of the fire suppression system.
Okay.
The fire system that alarms the building that there's a fire or there's a trouble with one of the smoke detectors. So it's the heartbeat of the fire suppression system.
Okay, and very important that that is working properly 24/7, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what would you say is your favorite part of your job?
I would say the favorite part of my job would probably be the security part.
Okay.
The fire part and the security part, because I take all my jobs serious, but I think the security part of it is probably the most intriguing, because my job is to make sure that every county employee is safe and secure while at work, and make sure that at the end of the day that they leave to go home to be with their family. So come to work in one piece and leave the work in one piece.
Very good. Well, and there are several hundred county employees that owe that all to you. So again,
I'm just a simple guy just trying to do my job.
Well, you do a great job at it. Thank you. So if you were trying to recruit somebody to come in and work in your division, what are some of the things that you would be able to tell them about the position that they would be interested in?
Well, one is a great place to work. The county is it's a great place to work. Great people, family oriented, So to get someone to come to work in my department, I will let them know, hey, it's a great place to work. You get to meet great people. You get to interact with the community, the citizens that represent James City County, and as well as the great employees that you work with on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, it is a great place to work. That is for sure. So I know that you are not working all the time. How many hours? Do you work 40 hours a week?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
40
perfect.
plus. It
40
all
plus.
depends what it's called to do.
Okay. So when you're not at work, what is it that you do for fun?
Well, I love yard work. I do yard work. I go to Busch Gardens with my daughter and my wife. I read, attend church, and homework. So that's what I do
Very nice.
when I'm away from work.
Okay. Now, when you say homework, are you talking your homework or your daughter's homework?
Oh, my homework.
Oh, okay.
I'm currently enrolled at Regent University, attaining my bachelor's degree in cybersecurity.
That is incredible. Now, are you able to use any county benefits to help with that?
No, I'm a retired veteran, so
Okay.
so the VA normally takes care of all that.
Okay, that is great. That is great. It is something though for, folks to know that would be something if you're getting new people to try to come to work with us that, education is important. And that's something that the county is able to help with. I'm not human resources, so I can't get into any specifics, but that is
Yes, ma'am.
that's definitely a good benefit that we have. All
It
right. Well,
is. It is.
very good. Kavin, is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, other than I've been here a year, and it's been a blessing to be able to get up in the morning and come to work and love what you do on a day-to-day basis and meet some outstanding people and work with some great people.
Well, that is fantastic. Kavin, once again, thank you. I think this may have been 8 or 9 times. Thank you so much for what you do for the county. We are very fortunate to have you.
Thank you, and I'm glad that I was able to give some insight, and it was a pleasure meeting and talking with you today.
Great. Thank you so much, Kavin.
Thank you.
Well, that wraps up this episode of This Week in James City County. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, be sure to subscribe. That way you will never miss an episode. Also, go to our website. We're at jamescitycountyva.gov/podcast. And while there, you're going to find all of our episodes as well as a form that you can give us show ideas, feedback. We would love to hear from you. So once again, thank you so much, and we will talk with you next time.